Welcome back to another video. It is the first snowfall of the year, so let's get these ponies done and get them out before it gets any harder. Princess, it's snowing. It's freezing. I'm going to keep your rug on for a little bit longer because it is so cold, absolutely so cold. We didn't think we were going to get this snow. It was forecast to be rain and potentially turn into snow, but everyone, all the weather apps have basically been saying it was going to miss us, and literally it's come down within the last half hour. It's been really thick and heavy. Right, she's fed. Donut I've got rugged up and ready to go, so I'm going to turn him out in it now. He takes so long to eat that the snow has basically stopped. You're playing with your bucket again. It's why none of the buckets have bottoms in. Right, let's get you out. You don't look too impressed. Find the bit of grass that's got no snow on, babe. Yeah? First snow day of the year. It does seem to be settling a bit more now though, so I don't think we're in for too much more snow. Well, he doesn't seem too impressed about being out in the snow. I was expecting a little bit more of a buck or a run around or some sort of fun, but nothing. But I'm just going to muck out his bed. I ideally don't like them being out in the snow for too long. I like him to go out and have a play and a leg stretch, but like, of course, there's not much grass for him to eat under the snow. And I don't like him to go out really in the frosty weather. It is just more for leg stretch and play, but I do want him to go out every single day at the moment because he's never been the best at turning out on his own. So we've always paired, even being a stallion, you think stallions will end up on their own usually, but we've always paired him up with Gambler, which has always worked well. But of course, since he come back from like the producers, because he wouldn't settle, we had to send Gambler in place of him. So he's got no one to turn out with here, because Willow won't turn out with him. Willow won't turn out with anyone. He's miserable. So Donut's had to learn to turn out on his own. And the first few days were a nightmare because just pacing up and down the field, that's what he usually does, like grazes a little bit and then like goes looking for his friend. So we've got him to settle now and we're trying to up the time he's out every single day. So they're going to end up having a duvet day today. Although it's pretty, they don't want to be out in this today, so they're going to have a duvet day, but I still want him to like go out and still have some time out on his own. I don't want him to sort of go backwards by having one day in sort of thing. If the snow goes later and is back to normal again, then I'll turn the other two out this afternoon. That's not an issue at all. So I don't want Willow out on the snow anyway to slip and do anything. He hasn't got the best legs, has he? So yeah, Donut's out. He seems settled at the moment. He doesn't seem too impressed that there's something on top of his grass, so I'm going to throw him a handful of hay down. He's got the hay box, but he's a bit scared of the hay box. As soon as, if you knock it, he sort of jumps and shies away from it. So I'll just put him a slice of hay on the floor. But I'm going to start mucking these out. The snow has sort of died off at the moment, but I have checked the weather app. It is meant to basically come round again and give us another dusting. So wait and see. I don't think it's in for long, whatever today. By lunchtime, this snow should be done with. But yeah, it's November and the first snowfall of the year. I can't remember the last time we had it so early on in the year, so I do think we are set for like a cold winter. We're due it, definitely due it. these winters we've had lately have been really quite mild, and we haven't had much snow over the last few years. The last proper snowfall that I remember is when Lewis was about a year old. He's 15 now, so he hasn't seen like proper snowfall. There's been a few bits of snow over the years, but nothing major. So he's wanting an extremely cold, snowy winter. I don't want it that bad, but snow's pretty. I do think snow is pretty. Right, I'm going to start mucking out. I'm actually surprised he's still out there, happily grazing. I really thought he'd be running around by now, because it is absolutely freezing. Although since I bought him back from the producers, I've put their beds back to proper winter beds with the banks and everything. I put his and Willow's rug racks back up here as well, so I'm just going to sort out his bed. But yeah, they've got nice big fluffy beds now. This is what I prefer. They're harder to muck out having banks, but I find straw so much cosier. Big fluffy beds, big banks in the winter. It's so much nicer, I think, for the horses. But yeah, I was hanging their rugs up in the feed room to dry, because one of the horses always used to pull the rugs off the back and poo and wee on them. But Lewis is adamant it was Champ that used to do that, and of course we lost Champ through colic. I can't remember which horse it was, so that's why all the rugs just came down, went in the feed room. But where they're getting like neck rugs and heavier weight rugs and everything, it's taken up more space in the feed room. So we thought we'd give it a go on putting them back up in their stables, and they've been up the last couple of days and it's worked really well. Willow pulled his down the first night, so then it made me think, is it Willow that pulls it down? But he hasn't done it since. I think it was just, you know, they play with things to begin with, don't they? And, you know, see what it's all about. But yeah, he hasn't done that since. So that's all good. But it's absolutely freezing, to the point where I am so cold. I don't want to muck out, but I know for a fact as soon as I start mucking out, I will warm up. So, right, let's do this. That's the second stable done. You can't see it in there. It's got banks as well, Willow. I haven't put his like rug rack thing all the way to the end, because we all know he likes to back up here and poo, and that makes him the easiest one to muck out. So I didn't want to stop him from being able to do that. But yeah, he's got a nice big fluffy bed. It has got banks. It just makes it look so flat in the video. But yeah, I don't feel like such a frozen block of ice now, but the snow has stopped. It's basically gone. I mean, oh, you can't even see it on the camera. The Barchip Arena's still got snow on, but the field's basically back to green. So the snow day didn't last too long, but it was nice whilst it was here. Yeah. Donut's still okay outside. He's doing good. I'm surprised, to be fair. I mean, he must have been home, must be nearly 2 weeks now he's been home. And because I'm filming this today, but you won't see it still for like another week and a half. So yeah, he's been home, must be nearly 2 weeks, and it's taken us that long to get him settled out in the field on his own. And he will only settle in that front field in what we class as Willow's field. But yet, when he goes out with Gambler, he's in the back field. Yeah, so I haven't got a clue. But yeah, he's doing good. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll have it. Another couple of days he can go out all day long. Well, all day. I bring them in now before it gets dark, because this weather, it's just been miserable the last couple of weeks. it's just been constant rain and it's just getting colder and colder. So yeah, I do like them in before it gets dark, but then I don't turn them out until the sun comes up a little bit either. But yeah, right, that is his bed done. I'm gonna see Mr. Willow. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, my best boy. Hey. Mwah. We have to wait for the snow to go before we can turn you out, don't we? Yes. You're all dressed and ready. You can go out in a minute. You don't want that though, do you? He's a pampered prince that doesn't like the bad weather. He likes it when it's warm and sunny. In weather like this, he'd rather be in his stable eating hay. But then that just makes him far too fat. Ebby's bed is all done. She's only got a bank at the back of her stable at the moment because she's just such a dirty mare. Easy to muck out because she's so dirty, but yeah, I think she's going to be even worse with banks. But I need to get another bit of guttering for her stable because I didn't have enough. So she's just got a bit of string, but it makes the feed room. Of course, she's got so much more space because the rugs are usually hung up here. But I am just finding different rugs for tonight. I've put Ebby's in her stable already because it's meant to go down to like -5 tonight. So I've got the liner for Donut's rug. Need to clip that to his turnout rug when he comes in. And I've just dug out this other one for Willow. So I'm going to put them in their stables ready for tonight. I'm going to pull Donut in now. Although the snow has stopped and we're not due anymore. So it was the quickest snow day in history, but it's absolutely freezing and I've got to go off to work now. It's a bit of a switch around day today. Didn't have to go first thing this morning, but I need to run off to go to work now. So I'm going to pull him in. He can have a duvet day. If you've seen the video before, he went off to the producers to be backed and got really stressed, lost some weight. So I'd rather him be in the stable, in the warm, just munching the hay anyway. So it's not an issue. But yeah, I'm just going to stick these in their stables now and head off to work. So if you like what you see and want to follow along with our journey, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for the next one. Bye.